something.
So you're gonna play this on your YouTube at the same time?
Uh, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna play this on YouTube at the same time. I feel like I should change the title though to YouTube.
Change it. What do you want me to change it to?
No, on my stream, on my stream.
Oh,
Um, maybe. Yeah. I probably change it later afterwards when I end the stream. Screw it. I'm too lazy.
so how
Um,
long does it take before people start showing up?
I mean, apparently it's been a little consistent now that every time I stream, there's usually four. I think I hit a record where I got like 6 people last night, so that's something. I had Brendan and Ella's Adventures over at the stream. I feel like I've seen that person's name on
Hmm.
William's stream. Brandon and Ella's Fun Adventure, or something like that.
Well, what about the spaces? How long does it take for them to kick in, or do we need to send out a bunch more invites?
Could potentially send more invites. Uh, it's gonna be a lot of background noise, so I might.
Okay.
Huh? You probably
Oh,
hear a
the
lot
record.
going on, yeah, in the background.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Any news? Any updates on anything? Because I know it was a pretty shitty day today.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've just pretty much I was looking at the price action, but I was actually mostly looking at what the spy was doing. It's like horrendous. It just makes no sense to me, and dude, like, I don't get it. There's
I
so,
know.
it's like they're messing with the algorithms, man, and like every chance we get to hit below the 200 and continue the sell off, they just cap it and then they just like pump it right away. And now we're making new day highs and we're inching and inching closer to the all-time high for the spy, and
I just
it's
the thing that's throwing me off is that we should be getting close to record. I mean, we should be. The people are getting laid off. I mean, I know they're trying to drop the rates again in housing.
oh, the rates in housing, but not like the interest rates in general, right?
Well, no, you have to. I mean, the LIBOR will drop, and then they'll drop everything around. I mean, it's down to six. I'll say six, six and a quarter.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that got in the seven, seven and a halfs, and eights are refinancing at six. But like I said, another six more, probably five, 6 more months, and they're gonna, if I guess it just depends if Powell does what he wants. I can't remember what the other guy's name was now, but
Barkin, or
yeah, the one that came on after Powell had said, that there was a chance of, I think what they say now it's two or three, maybe some quarter point rate cuts for 2024, and then I can't remember his name, but
because
he
I
came back on like 2 days later and said, well, not so fast. It's
oh you
so
you are you saying that interview that took place with the former chair, well, former Federal
no, I
Reserve,
think he's just a chair from a different.
Kansas, I think.
Yeah, maybe it was Kansas. I don't remember. There's been
Yeah, it was
so much going on
Kansas.
that I've been trying to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been watching all of them, like GDC, NVOS, Finger. I mean, Finger had a little bit of a push up. GTI still getting banged on.
Oh yeah, it was a big JR that another stream that I had he came on and then he chilled for a bit. I appreciated that, and he mentioned GDC.
Yeah,
Um,
GDC last week was what 360 something. It's at $2.50 today.
mm,
NVOS is under a buck, so pre the split, we're looking at 9.5 cents.
mm.
I
Um,
mean,
I did.
Fingers up to 420, 420, 419.
Yeah. I mean, if I could recall from that stream, I did say, I did mention to JR that it could it could pull back. Not sure like when exactly, but it's still in that range, and it's actually lowering more towards that area of support where I had the supply zone at, wait, is it demand? No, demand zone at around 225, 226 to
On
like two,
GBC.
yeah, to like 240. And currently it closed at 250.
Correct. Yep, 250 today.
So, but and I'm looking at the 15-minute chart.
Hey,
Um,
hold on. There's Trisha. I haven't heard from her in a while, and it looks like Matt's in, but
eh,
just listening.
oh, okay, hey Trisha. Wait, I gotta. Oh wait, I'm trying to look as well. Oh, so, okay, Dirty Male Sister. What's going on? And then there's Maddie.
Yep. Matt's eating. I think he said roast beef or meatloaf.
Oh, it was meatloaf. Oh, so I was actually close. I was just like really like just guessing around and be like, oh, let me get some of that pot roast.
That's yeah. I know he just texted that. Let's see.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I've been
god.
setting out some invites.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like, man, I like spaces like this, man. And then, dude, just talk about like what's going on, dude. Like, especially GTII, we're just coming close to that. Well, I mean, I think he was on that stream where I was like putting a circle right on the same area, like towards the end of the year where they're supposed to like finalize the deal with Trento.
Yes.
And I remember reading it online too, like on their website. So I was like, oh,
They're still.
I
That's
w-
right. It is posted on the website for the end of this year, correct?
yeah. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, we're actually coming close to the end of the year.
How long ago? Do you remember where that article's at? I'm trying to dig it up right now.
I can go back to the. I could go back and just
Anybody else listening? No.
if anyone wants to hop on the mic, feel free to join in
Yes.
for
Definitely
sure.
feel free.
Por favor. The more voices, the better. Just come on and hang with us. You know, anything that you want to share with us, GTII, finger, anything related to that. And welcome back again to another show, another stream here with Light of All Trades here. We got a ghost, our guest here, Dr. Demo. Well, he's the host. Ha.
I did it because you couldn't get your space turned on.
Yeah, for some reason, yeah. It's just like, why can't why can't Elon just do it? Just add a category and just put spaces on it. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me. All right, that's I had a lot of cheese today. It was fried cheese. Oh, wait a minute. Damn. I just okay. But yeah, they should definitely add a button for spaces. Make it a lot easier.
Well, you know what's weird is that I do recall a while back that when I first started getting into Twitter,
Yeah.
that some people had different screens than the rest.
Mm.
Like where they're like I was talking to some people and they're like, I'm like, why is I don't have a spaces button anymore. Mine used to be located at the bottom of the screen, and now it's located. I have to actually tap the
Oh.
icon in the corner and then open it up, and it's on the left side. I actually have to open it up to get to check spaces or or inquire on any or open one.
Yikes.
That's why I kept telling you guys. I'm like, I don't even really know how to open my app won't let me, so so I figured it out.
Okay. No, I mean it's just completely different because I'm on my PC and on Google Chrome, so I've I'm just like wondering, geez, like if you can't do that, like why can't you just do that for PC? You know, like what if I want to open the space call on my desktop and just do everything there? What if I don't want to use my phone?
Yeah, that's a little out of my pay grade. I don't Technology kind of annoys me at times.
But it's crazy because you got Discord and you got, you know, but RIP Skype and Uvu and all these other apps, and you can't tell me you can't do one for Twitter, at least. Make an app. X Spaces by X.
Right.
Download it for the desktop, and then you can connect your account. Boom, register, and then boom, there you go. Now you can easily create a space.
Well,
Without having to drain your battery at the same time.
yeah. As much as I can't stand rumors, I guess it seems like there's just so much of it in all these plays we're all in, and
What the
these
hell?
tickers are just constantly. It just seems like the more and more retail talks about whatever ticker they're in, whatever's trending, it seems like they're just getting beat down hard.
That seems to be the narrative. It seems to be the theory, because any and I think this conversation had came up before. I'm not sure where or when, but it just seems to be the case. Like, you can't just have a talk and then all of a sudden someone's just lurking around listening in and be like, oh, they're talking about this stock. Wait a minute, you know what? I think I have an idea. I'm gonna go get my boys and see if we can short it, theoretically speaking.
Yeah.
And then everybody's just like, what's going on? Like, I thought we had good news and whatever.
Well, and that's the problem. It seems like it's a trap now for anything with good news. They just wait for because they know people want to pile in and buy the stock, and then that's the time just to snag their money.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter if it's good news, bad news, or indifferent. If there's just movement, they're like, hey, let's go and just let's swipe up this that swipe their money, and that's to me the reason why I can't stand shorting.
yep, yep.
If I still have yet to be in a call where somebody actually, I mean, I've been told numerous times, it's healthy for the market, it helps price discovery. I'm like, if it helps price discovery and it's healthy for the market and it does what it's supposed to do, then the people who are shorting should have no problem showing their position and where they borrowed and who they borrowed from.
Right.
I mean, if it's healthy, then you shouldn't. And there's like, well, I don't want to expose my trading. Uh,
Then they're gonna make fun of me for shorting the stock, and then like, I'll be in so much trouble.
Again, like I said, it all just goes back to if if it's good, it's healthy, and they're doing the right thing for the market,
Right.
and it's what it you know what, then show your position, show where you borrowed from.
Yeah.
Break the narrative, show that it's show that it is what it is,
Yeah.
and that you did it up and up.
Right on.
No, I can't stand shorting at all. Can't stand it at all. I mean, if some people say that the argument is that the stocks could go through the roof, okay, so what? The people that bought it, if a stock is at 50 cents and somebody's willing to pay $50 for it 2 days later,
Uh.
then what is the big deal?
Right.
I still can't understand why that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the company is trash and garbage, then the people that own the stock will sell it and get out.
Yeah.
It's that simple. They control the people who actually have the money into the stock should be the ones controlling it. You don't need third party vigilantes running around saying, "Oh, this is too high," or "I don't like this company." There's too much volume. There's too much market cap in this stock. We need to eat that up.
Yeah.
We need to take it. We need it for our interest. It's stupid.
Right.
That's stealing from a lot of hard working Americans. Actually, people around the world.
Yeah. That's definitely not only here, definitely not in Europe, but you can go to other countries too as well. I mean, again, take it. What happened in South Korea, how they just decided to ban shorting.
Yeah, it was a temporary ban for what, 6, 7 months or something till the summer. But now that this is the part that's really bad. It's not that they banned it. It's not that they caught the guys. That's all great. But now they want to keep that part hush. They don't want to release the names. I think it was like 3 or 5 of the large U.S. banks or global banks that are involved.
Right.
So, and then of course our government, SEC, wants to hightail over there and help them out. Talk about a slap in the face. We'll go to another country and help them out with their naked shorting, will we? We don't have that problem here yet. We find billions of dollars for doing that exact same thing, and we're only up to what 2015, 2018, because they're usually what 4 or 5 years behind. So next year we'll probably get 2019 and 2020 cases that they've been working on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're only up to, like I said, I've been watching the Virtue and Citadel. I mean, I think their latest is 18 or 19. I don't think they have anything yet against them in 20. Nothing big that I can recall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just got a message from Maddie here.
Uh-huh.
Uh, well,
So he's eating.
even though he's eating, he said to get Dirty Mayo's sister and Mike. We love Trisha.
Come on, Trish, grab
That's
a mic.
that's what he said.
And I've heard you talk before, and I've seen you in the thread. You got something to say, so let's hear it. Oh, there she is. She just requested.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this whole.
I just sent it to her, didn't I? I just sent you the mic. Yep.
I think I sent it to her too.
Yeah, I just sent her one. There you go, Trish.
Oh, okay. My mic is on. Awesome.
Whoa, that's great quality too. How's everything? How was your Christmas?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm gonna just finishing here my food and just looking at all the fun things happening right now with the spy, at the rest of the market. That's it.
Wolf was way up today. I know. I thought I heard a rumor that people were going to start selling when it was over 3, but I think most people are still holding.
Wolf. Wait, who brought Wolf to the scene? Who was it?
I don't know. It was like 8, 9 months ago, because when it was at like 80, 90 cents, I bought a whole bunch of it and forgot about it. Then it hit 3.94
Yeah,
the first time, and then I sold it like literally like a day later, or 2 days later, it hit 3.94 again. I was like, dude, they're gonna beat the crap out of this. I'm getting out. And I did.
Oh man, but it doesn't seem like it's the case because like Bitcoin is just on a tear right now.
Exactly. And most of their competitors are at 12, 14.
Mm-hmm.
So they're way, way undervalued. And I mean, I agree, but I think it's another retail darling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and supposedly there's a rumor floating around that they're the target of a buyout. I don't know how true that is. Just something that I've heard.
Well, they just finished another. Did they just get another mining facility up and running?
I think so.
Yeah. Matt's got a hand up.
I'm eating, so I can't really talk. But so the original rumor was they were going to start buying in at $3. I'm sorry, they were going to sell Wolf at $3 and then start buying into Finger. But now they're going to hold Wolf till $5 to $7.
Wow.
Really?
Oh boy, I mean we still got a lot of gaps to fill, honestly.
Trish, you look hot tonight.
With my cake? Yeah. I went incognito.
Wait, you have cake?
I changed my profile pic to my cake, one of my cakes.
I like cake.
Stop it, Maddie.
I'm going back to eating.
This is PG. No, I'm joking. Oh my god. Is it Tres Leches cake?
It's like a strawberry dark chocolate cake.
Oh, strawberry was just the second option there that I had in my mind. Strawberry shortcake. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I'm just here as you're talking about Wolf here. I'm just looking at the. Wow.
Speaking of all the talk of buying, what happened to that last group that they were gonna do a big retail buy last Monday, Tuesday?
God, isn't that manipulation though?
I don't know.
Allegedly, supposedly.
There was talk.
Theoretically speaking.
Well, there was a talk of a lot of people getting into GTI last Monday. I think it was last Monday they were talking about there was a wave of people coming in.
Unless they're like literally waiting for like right before the end of the year. right
knows?
right at the same time where that deal closes for GTII and Trento, which is speculation. And may I add that this space, everything we say on here is strictly our opinion and not financial advice. But no, I mean, if it comes to that, and this new year becomes explosive for GTII, then I'm with it. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors out there, and then there's Fingers got rumors. I know NVOS is just. I mean, there's just so much shit damned up there.
There's so much that I'm missing out of. Like I don't. Oh man. All these plays. If I didn't know about
GDC
Wolf.
And
Oh yeah.
Wolf, yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Wolf at 54 cents back in March, end of March, and just looking at the weekly. I mean, no, I'm looking at the daily right now. I'm on the stream. I'm on my stream and just viewing the chart, and man, all those gaps to fill. Even that gap to like $6-7. Whoo! I gotta.
What do you got? 10 gaps?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. We got 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gaps. There's a couple of gaps in there, but it's just a matter of like how long they can continue that buying pressure, and create some pressure for the shorts.
Well, the irony is in all of that is that I know a lot of people were talking about a black swan event and getting these interest rates up, but if they do start cutting rates here in the next, in the second quarter of 2024, and obviously they're probably going to try to do something with it being an election year. I don't know. We were as bad as it was. It's almost like the rates still needed to go up, and I still to this day don't believe we're at 3% inflation now, which is their target goal. I don't know, those numbers just seem way too manipulated. I mean, everything at the grocery store, I mean, everywhere you go, everything is still expensive.
Yeah, it is. How do I? Oh, okay. I was wondering how to share this on my Nest.
On your what?
No, I was wondering how to share like my stream on YouTube on my Nest.
Oh, never mind. Speak with a little bit of.
I feel like I'm so not so savvy with spaces here in the Nest. Maddie can probably show me how to do it.
And then you get other drama going on with Mark Basil and Gasparino.
Oh, jeez, what's the latest on these losers?
I don't know.
Maddie, he wants to share his nuts.
I think it's I don't know. The irony in all of that is, as much as I can't stand, Charles Gasparino, but he's got a platform. He's got an outlet to people if he would just do his his due diligence as a journalist and start digging in and actually finding the facts out and not just talking shit.
Right. I mean, like he's pretty much losing out on all his potential fans. You know, I'm saying like.
I mean, could you imagine the guy? I mean, I know him and Pedro go back and forth, and that stuff kind of cracks me up. And but like the whole thing about the whole Pulitzer Prize and thinking, maybe if you crack something open like this, Mr. Gasparino,
right,
unveil all the fraud and corruption in the U.S. market or equity markets, and maybe you might just get that nomination you've been so badly wanting.
Exactly. Hey, maybe even a Nobel Peace Prize. Bring the peace to the retail and expose all the damn shorts.
What still gets me is
look at that.
is the institutions and it's not to jump too far off topic, but all the institutions and the large retirement funds and so on that are trapped, and they bought in the 30s, 40s, 50s of AMC.
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, I think Pelosi and them bought in at 40, either 37 or 47. I was reading somewhere. I'm like,
Wow,
and
wait,
I don't know if they're still
Pelosi on
holding.
AMC?
Yeah, some. I think the Pelosi's had. I can't remember if it was one of their. If they had bought in on that.
Oh shoot. Even I didn't even know about that until now, honestly.
Yeah, I get a lot of articles sent and I read through them. I'm just like, I try to check them in different places before,
Hmm.
talk about them, and the whole thing's corrupt.
I bet. I freaking bet. Hold on, let me
Yeah, those pension funds, man, I feel so bad for those teachers and or whoever, anybody that had their money in those funds that are still holding those. I mean, I don't know.
let me see. Let me see. I'm just trying to figure
If
this whole
someone
thing
made
out.
some money, I can tell you that, and it definitely wasn't the people who should have.
You could say that again, bro. Let me see. I'm here just trying to figure this thing out. Just share the trying to share the stream here. How do I do this?
I think we need to call Ace and just let him know how bad the Ravens whooped on the Niners the other day.
Oh my god.
How the Ravens smoked them. It's the way we need to. I'm sorry.
Who is he going for? I mean, even though I don't really watch, football, but
He's a big Niners fan.
okay. Get smoked. Get smoked.
Oh yeah, the Ravens I think had them like 30 something to 10,
Hmm.
and I think they finished it like 30 something to like 17. I don't even really watch and follow it very much anymore. Too much drama in the NFL.
Right. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can be able to share a post via. Okay, it's not letting me do it.
Already there, Lion.
What?
Go check the nest.
Oh, you did it. Hold on.
You done eating dinner, Matt?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
I'm waiting for dessert. Trish is bringing me cake.
By the way, what part of the country you guys all in again? Matt, you're back east, aren't you? Oh, no, you're Colorado, right?
Yeah, but now I'm having a problem with my chat, so bear with me.
Oh damn.
Where are you at, Lion?
I'm actually in the East Coast.
Which, where, New York?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, New York City.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Trish?
I'm in Georgia.
Oh, wow. What part of Georgia?
Alpharetta.
Well, not familiar with that.
Alpharetta.
Last time I was out there, I was out at just outside of Atlanta. Shit, now I just can't think of the Army base, the big tank. Oh, we were up there tearing down some buildings. It's been quite a few years.
The Army base.
Yeah, the big tank. Benning, Georgia,
Yeah,
Fort Benning.
Yeah.
Tore down a bunch
Closer
of
to
barracks over there.
Columbus. Yeah.
Oh. No, I'm up here in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where I've been the last 20-something years. Anybody else? Anybody else? We've got only a couple others.
Got Steve on the mic.
How you doing, guys? Thanks for letting me in. Long Island, New York.
Oh wow, another New Yorker.
Yeah, let's go.
The title got me, so it's good. And Ace isn't on, so.
Oh,
I want to
that's.
listen to some. I want to listen to someone talk about it.
Oh wait, is he? Doesn't he usually come on around 9 o'clock?
Yeah,
Oh shoot.
I'll be hanging out with his wife.
Oh okay.
He's entitled. He's entitled.
Is that? I was gonna be like, no stream tonight, honey. No.
Yeah. I gotta spend more money on you.
Oh gosh, dude. I'm surprised he didn't even like bribe her. But like, listen, like, I'll get you 100 more shares of GTII. How about that?
I just I hope we're not being let on. That's all. Because I'm actually a former AMCer, and I got burnt big time.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on that, man.
It's like I don't feel like trusting anybody.
It's
Right.
tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to trust anything anymore, and even if it is the right news and the correct news,
It's
they,
true.
yeah, they just tank it, and
Yeah. Well, I'm just following along. You guys, everybody can't be wrong, you know.
no, I don't think everybody can be wrong, but I just the markets need to be corrected, and I know we keep hearing it's coming slowly, and change takes a while, but this has been going on way too long.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to share this post here. Maybe I
I
can
just
get
wish
some
we
subscribers.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just saying something under my breath.
I just, it'd probably make it really easy as if, honestly, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to screw it up, but it would just almost be nice if these exchanges and platforms, at the close of trading, they got like X amount of time to show how many shares. You could just click on any one of the tickers they trade,
Hmm.
and you can see exactly how many that they are. Like at the end of the day, like they closed out with 7 million shares, 2 million shares, 200,000, whatever that number is. And then you can almost just cumulatively look different places and actually see where the movement's coming from and where it's going, and then obviously see the share count. See
That
if it
would be
even
really
remotely
good.
adds up.
Oh wow.
I mean, they can track their profits and losses in high frequency trading. They can
Right.
all this is easily trackable. I mean,
Hmm.
if they've been doing high frequency trading since 2015,
Oh.
they can high frequency trade and high frequency track right now. It's no big deal.
Honestly, I didn't even know it's been that long.
Yeah, I think around 2015 is when high frequency got started. I don't think everybody was doing it,
I mean, I
but
only
I
got
believe that's
into
when it got
trading
in.
2 years ago, honestly. So I'm still like trying to get familiar with everything that's been happening ever since.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a long time before we get another 2021 until something changes.
Oof.
Retail's not going to have that kind of capital for a while.
Yeah, they're just gonna like actually, focus on saving a lot of money, and besides all the spending that they've been doing for these past few years after the pandemic, they say they run out of money. I'm like, oh, I realize I spent so much. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of the market for now and wait for another opportunity. So.
Well, I think a lot of that would change with the. I don't know if you guys remember last year when we were talking about trying to get an
Mm.
exchange or a brokerage started. Remember we were talking. I mentioned that Roy retail only investment.
Mm.
Roy F. Yeah, retail only investment fund.
Wow. Roy.
Yeah, you were in that group. Remember, it was ROIF, and I remember bringing it up.
Oh. Right,
And it
right,
was
and they were all like trying to like pitch in on the idea, and like they were like, oh yeah, yeah. I think this was this summer.
no, that was this. It was last October, November.
Get out of here! It's been that long.
Yep, it was last October, November, and I've been. I remember bringing it up because it was right. It was right before the whole MMTLP thing went off in December. It was like a few weeks before that,
Oh.
and then after that, we kept talking about it, and I kept trying to put things together, and I went and talked to a couple attorneys about it, and I probably, kind of got the the long story and the short verse that it was very complicated.
Mm.
And but then the more and more I've researched it, I mean, you can easily just buy a brokerage that's for sale that's already listed and approved with FINRA and the SEC, and it's an operating business or an operating shell, and you can buy one for like 150 grand, 200. I mean,
Wow.
it's just ridiculous. But the point being, it was just a way to control what was going on with just retail and retail only. And I mean, I even tweeted out to Elon the other day. I was like, you know what? You need this. You want some real cap? You don't need to get dicked around with Disney and all those other advertisers. Just start literally the X change, since he likes everything with the letter X.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I was just like, dude, retail, you would get billions upon billions of dollars flowing into that.
Hmm.
And then you would take literally billions from all. I mean, it would just crush the short. And plus, if he had his own exchange, which the guy has the money, I mean, just got to put a team together and just get it going. But if he had his own exchange where Tesla could only trade on that exchange.
Good
I
morning.
mean, there's been other ideas.
Good
Like you said,
morning,
he could do a
Zelly.
dividend, and he could just wipe out all these.
Did you just wake up, sleepyhead?
I think Tesla's probably one of the. I mean, geez,
I'm
it's one of the
effing.
big seven, but man.
And like,
heavily,
ask if your friend has
shorted
heard
stock.
about the spy projections from Phil Istachio. What?
Yeah, dude. If
Is this
you
moistly
want to jump on board with something like that and back it, I mean, all of retail. And then just think of all the money flowing out of all these big funds. I mean, he's got the processing, he's got the computers. I mean, he's got everything. He's got the tech.
Damn.
I mean, could you imagine him saying, "No, we're not taking these. These shares aren't real."
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
That'd be good.
He's like, "Nope, not doing that." And you know how many people retail be like, "Wait a minute, I can't move my shares." He's like, "No, those aren't real ones. You need to go talk to your broker."
Go talk to this transfer agent. They'll know the answer. Go to Liberty.
Oh man. I still remember when that first time he said what the SEC stood for. When he said suck Elon's, and then he did something. I was like, this guy's totally telling SEC, bring it on.
So you meant to say fellatio.
And he's still growing, still at it, and I'm sure they're trying to find anything.
Hey, demo.
You.
So I got a question for somebody on the
Sure.
YouTube stream, and he said, could you ask if your friend has heard about the spy projections from Phil Ascio?
You talking to talking to me? Asking me if I've heard about him?
Yeah.
No, that name does not sound familiar, to be honest.
Spy projections from Phil Ascio. Damn. Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know. That name doesn't sound familiar.
I think that was a trap question.
Yeah.
I think I just. Do you get it?
Palacio?
This guy always coming on here on my stream, and he's so slick with it. I'm telling you, he just comes up with so many different names.
No.
It's like
I'm just reading. Yeah, no.
Why?
No, I'm not even,
Why wouldn't you have heard of that? He's at the head of the pack.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. By the way, if you just joined on the stream, show some love. Hit that like button. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel.
You know, I'm sitting here, and there's times I get on these space calls, and they're like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. I'm like, Sometimes they get 2, 3, 4 hours long. And I'm like, all right, I did it like one, every once in a while. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
that was tiresome.
Yeah, I think
And
we did one too. We did one
right,
around last year.
we just
Um,
did one here 2 weeks ago. It was like 3 hours.
was it really? I felt like
Yeah,
it was a little shorter than that.
no, we had talked, said let's just do this for 45 minutes to an hour. We were gonna get off the phone, and then like 2.5, 3 hours later after that, it was like 3.5 hours. I'm
I
like,
mean,
all right, guys, we gotta go.
I mean, I gotta admit the space was getting a little hot. You know, there's a lot of intelligent people on there, and including Jr. and just an amazing conversation overall, man. And I'd love to have that again. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of that same
Yeah,
people that they're probably just like busy doing something else, so
yeah,
we're not really
we
getting
had
that flow.
Jr. and Will came on for about what, good hour and a half.
Yeah, but we was trying to give him. He kept requesting for a mic, and I kept approving it, but he just I don't see him anymore. He hasn't really managed to come
Who are you
on.
talking about?
Will's WC was it? Let me see. WL. I mean, I
I'm
working.
talking about Will Ferran.
Oh, Will Ferrand. Yeah,
Yeah, he was on that last one.
he was in the last one for real. Yeah,
He was on there for like, we were gonna. I know they were trying to get Ham, but he was busy. And then Ace was at dinner with his wife,
yeah.
and we had Jr. I think Not Legal Advice got on there. He's a funny guy with
Oh,
his
not
jokes.
legal advice. Oh, damn. I'll be glad to have him on there on the
I
space.
want to send him some jokes, but it's like, oh man.
Let's see what's
But it's good commentary.
yeah. Hold on. What's going on with Spy here? So apparently after hours,
Hmm.
Spy got another spike, and I kid you not, man. We're like I said, we're literally inching closer. This thing closed after hours. Um, I want to say no wait. This is still going because it's trading 24 hours. I mean, who am I kidding? Um, this thing hit a high at 477.63.
And what's all time high on it?
The all-time high. uh, it's at 470. Was it 479.98?
So you're like 2.5 points away.
Let me see. Yeah, 479.98. Yep, 2.5 points away from the all-time high. Well, testing,
Yeah,
retesting.
but I know that 2.5 points is probably equivalent to a couple $1 billion, but
Yeah, no, that's definitely a fact. But the question remains, like, is this what they're aiming to push? You know?
the irony is every time it hits that, there's going to be a rug pull. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. Unless they
They're baiting.
really, yeah, they're baiting like, and it's just the fact that like, oh, like they're like, oh, they're constantly throwing these news articles there on. I'll be seeing it on Weeble News and just bullish after bullish after bullish news about the spy hitting new highs and just boasting about whatever it is. It they know what they're doing, and in my opinion, it's just a matter of a psychological uh, game that they're doing here. So it's not that they're playing against the Bears; they're also playing against the Bulls. They're suckering all of the Bulls, and they're leading them right into the burner. That's the way I see it. And then when they think that they literally have them right there, and then they're about to break the new all-time high, then the rug pull happens, and the Bulls will be like, "Moo, what happened? Moo." Just a matter of time, just like you said. It's a matter of when.
Yeah, they're gonna rug pull them. The thing is, I just don't. It's just weird because we're what 11 months from no, we're 10 months. 10 months from the next election.
Yes. Wow.
So, I mean, that's talk about trying to cram 10 pounds of crap in a 5 pound bag. They're gonna just do whatever they can, and it's gonna be an interesting cycle.
Yeah.
And then you figure next Monday, another 5 or 6 more countries join the BRICS.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I hear Iraq is gonna be one of them too.
Correct. Which, if you're holding on to any of the dinars, be interesting what happens to it.
Yeah, and
what?
not that quite excited.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be interesting. I think they're going to have. I don't know. The more I think about it, I think they're going to have some issues. Still trying to overcome.
Oh yeah, whatever is included in their budget, and they still have another 2 years. But regardless of that, like just and this is what like people are not seeing, like overall what's going on in Iraq, and damn, the pictures are there to prove it, man. They're really building. They're really rebuilding. So just seeing that overall, it's like, damn, are they trying to become the next Dubai? Bro, because that would be crazy.
Well, I know that the U.S. holds. I can't even fathom the number anymore. But I would say it's probably in the trillions of dinars. And if their currency skyrockets, I mean, the U.S. is sitting, and the U.S. government is sitting. I mean, you'd be talking probably quadrillions worth of dollars in exchange. I don't know. Maybe that was part of their plan. One way to get rid of the debt.
That too.
Or to fund the world world military branch. Not that I'm against. No, I'm not against military at all. I'm just done with having to be in every country and every other person's BS. I just think if we're going to go in and do something about it, let's go in, do something about it, and just do it right. Clean it up, like literally just clean them out. Or else we just got no business going in there. The way I see it is, if you got a cockroach that runs across the floor, and then there's another little cockroach, you don't go, oh, I'm only going to wipe these two out. If you know there's a problem in the wall, you got to go take care of the problem in the wall. If you think you're going to go there and swat one or two, not saying that the people are cockroaches, it's just a euphemism, if you will. You got to go and clean the problem up. You got to just get rid of all. If you're not going to go in there and your mindset is, I can't do that, I can't go in there and clean out this whole problem, we're not going to be that dedicated to it, then all you're doing is you take care of the problem for a couple days, couple weeks, months, whatever, year, and then it just grows back and it comes back with a vengeance. And
Facts.
So, I mean, shit, we can't even clean up the U.S. streets and the problems we have here. Just got no business being in every other country.
Right. And honestly, there's so much to clean up here, and it's
our markets, our banks, our laws, our courts,
our borders.
Our borders, yeah, that's a big one.
Ah, dang, our borders, and just I think I saw a post on X, CNN reporting about Texas flying more migrants into Chicago. Yep.
Mm-hmm. They said they were gonna start citing the bus drivers, so they said, okay, we'll bring them in planes. I mean, they're a sanctuary city. That's where these people should be going. They should be going to sanctuary cities.
Right. And it sucks. It sucks to say that my city is one of them. It's
hey,
sad.
I don't know about any of you guys. I'm a naturalized citizen, so I mean,
You're what?
I'm a naturalized citizen. I'm not even from the United States. I mean, I do hold dual citizenship, but
Oh yeah.
and the irony in all of it is most people who are dual citizens and who become a citizen of this country, they don't want a bunch of illegal immigration.
Hmm.
It needs to be done the right way,
Right.
and the government should reform it. And I know this kind of gets off topic of what the space was about, but it seems like everything that is a problem has a every time the government gets involved, there's always something that goes wrong.
Hmm.
Everything sounds great when they get up and speak in front of the microphone, but when they implement it, it just becomes a problem.
Right. Sad, sad world.
You want to know what else is sad? This is kind of off topic, but I don't know if you remember this conversation from last year, but I've been telling a lot of people if they're going to do one investment, if they're going to change, not investment, if they're going to change something about their investment, and probably the largest investment that most people will ever have in their lifetime, which would be their home,
It's a dong.
is to get rid of their mortgage insurance.
Oh, mortgage
And I don't know if
insurance.
people understand what the scam is about that. And I went through it in 2000, after the big crash in 2008, 10. Had a, I learned, let's just say I learned the hard way about how that system is set up and why so many people got screwed.
Hmm.
And, but if you own a home, if the one thing you do is, even if it costs you 4,000 or whatever the number is to have to refinance and you've got enough equity that you can get out from having mortgage insurance, or you got to put a few more bucks down or whatever you got to do, get away from the mortgage insurance. Explain it to you like this. The reason why everybody got beat so hard in 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, when everything was just melting down with the housing market,
Yeah.
was mortgage insurance.
Hmm.
And I'm going to explain to you how it happened. So let's just say I bought a house for whatever, let's just say 100,000, easy number.
Hmm.
And during the crash, it was worth 50,000. And I was losing pay, couldn't make my bills, etc. And I go to the bank and I say, hey, and mind you, I've got mortgage insurance. I did it all the right way, but I did not have 20% to put down or 20% of equity when I purchased a home and closed.
Yeah.
So I had to have mortgage insurance. That's just the hypothetical, which is majority of Americans at one point when they buy their home.
I'm actually learning here.
So you go to the bank and you say, hey, look, I want to stay here. I need to, what can we do? And the bank says, you know what? There's nothing we can do. You either pay it or get out. And the bank would sell it to, say, an investor, put it up for, short sell, or foreclose and then just dump it out to some investors. They would rather sell it to an investor for 30,000, even though you're willing to stay in for 50,000. And you go, why would you sell it to an investor for $30,000? Because they don't give a shit what they get for the house. Because whatever they sell it for, your insurance is paying them the difference between 30 and 100, or whatever you still owe on the. Say you're at 98,000 and you paid 100.
Wow.
And it's worth 50 now. Your mortgage insurance is covering the bank for that. Now, if you didn't have mortgage insurance and you went to the bank and said, hey, same bank, same situation, the house is worth 50, we need to work together, maybe I got to do a reorganization, etc. They're going to go, yeah.
Whoa.
They cut out.
Oh
There
damn.
you guys are.
What happened?
They're going to go, wait a minute. Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
That if they,
So I'm
hold on one
viewing
second.
GME right now. Guys, check this out. I didn't touch the highlighted circles here. But
I'm back. Can you hear me?
hold
You
on.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So what ends up happening is you go back to them and they say, wait a minute,
And
we can't kick
I'm kind of surprised
you
about
out
that. I
because
didn't
if
even
we
touch
sell it
this
to an
at all.
investor
Like
and
I
take a
said,
hit,
this is
there's no
literally
mortgage insurance.
going right
You know
into the
what?
circle.
Let's work with this person.
But
Let's rewrite it. There's no insurance
Because see, like we're
cover
actually
us,
crossing
so therefore that person will get to stay in their home or rewrite their note
the
or
7
get
and the 21 is actually
whatever program
attempting to
forbearance,
cross
whatever they got to do to
under
get
the
it right.
50. Maybe we can
You have mortgage
get
insurance.
this
Why do they want to deal
reversal
with you?
here.
You walk away, you lose, you
This
foreclose.
is the potential resistance here.
They get covered
1845.
by the insurance company. And it's something a lot of people don't. They know what it is. They know they have to have it or they're paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know how it hurts them.
I think most people think that the mortgage insurance is there to protect them. It's there
Correct.
to protect the bank.
It's protect the bank. You are literally taking out an insurance policy about your credit, your income to protect the bank. You are telling the bank, I'm going to pay for this policy to cover you.
I'm paying attention. I'm
screw
learning.
up.
I'm learning.
And I'll tell you, 99% of real estate agents, and I say this as somebody who has an active license, they don't take the time to explain this to people. I mean, really, your mortgage broker should explain this to you, but your real estate agent should explain it to you too, and none of them do that.
I'm listening. I just got to step out for a second. Hold on.
Must be a lot of information to the T, like to actually explain to these people, to their. Is it that they just don't want to go through all of that, or?
Well, I think part of the problem too is you need to have PMI. It's called PMI, private mortgage insurance. If you put, it used to be if you put less than 20% down. I think they might have revised it where it's under 10% down now. I'm not sure what the current underwriting standards are, but most people don't have 20% down, so they need the PMI. A way around it, I mean, and I don't know if they're still doing this. They were doing this like 10 years ago. Is you take out, take out one loan and then you take out a secondary loan to avoid having to have the PMI.
Yeah.
But I know that underwriting standards are constantly changing, and I'm not a mortgage broker, so I can't speak to what their current policy is.
And I've never even bought a house before in my life, so I'm here learning right now. But
Wait for the crash.
That's exactly what I'm waiting for. Oh my god, and I can't wait. I really can't. Like seriously, after all this is done and over with, we're gonna have a couple of properties out there in Montana or somewhere, or I don't know, wherever is the cheapest. Where do you think?
All real estate is local. It depends on where you want to live.
I live in an island right now. There's so many islands I could choose. I don't know, maybe Leeward Islands or maybe the Philippines. There's some properties over there. Where do you see yourself getting well, theoretically, like if and when this real estate crash happens, what are some good areas?
I have to stay in my area. I have older parents I'm caring for. I can't really.
I respect that.
Yeah, I can't really go anywhere exciting.
No, same
I like
here.
it though.
No, I feel you on that because I'm currently still with my parents. They're up there, and I would still love to be close to them, in case if anything ever happens, and I want to be I want to be able to give them a better, comfortable life, before their time. So this is the reason why I'm also waiting for this to happen.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just a matter of when. When things just start hitting the fan, and all of a sudden you think, for example, Bitcoin is gonna go to 50K, and all of a sudden now you see a sell-off, and yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Speaking of Bitcoin, it's looking flat, and honestly, it looks like it wants to sell off a bit. Looking on the 5-minute, currently at 43,365. Oh, this whole like hype about the spot Bitcoin ETF by Grayscale. 38 minutes ago, says Grayscale adopts cash model for spot Bitcoin ETF, but warns of adverse consequences. Ooh, they're already throwing the word adverse consequences in there. So, who knows if Bitcoin reacts differently to that news, and then all of a sudden the bull run is over with, and then we see this crashing down. And since you mentioned about Wolf, I mean, obviously they're all correlated with each other, and Mara and Riot, and I think there was a couple of others too mentioned in another stream. I think Rob the Pilot had mentioned me about Hive, and Hive is another one of those miners. So I feel like this is something that we should look into closely and see what happens. What is going on with other tickers at the moment? Let's see. So if we go back to GTII, yeah, as Demo quite said, it was pretty shitty. But honestly, we're holding off pretty well. You gotta say it's not bad. It's still in that range. It's still in the range.
I'm back.
What's up? It's still in the range, and I feel like 40 cents has always been the floor, in my opinion. It's and then on top of that, like, we're just inching closer to that deal being finalized, completed with GTII and Trento, which is the rumor right now. Well, I mean, which is the case, because it's supposed to take place the end of this year. So will that, get the attention again of investors and start to push GTII into the right direction? So it's not quite sure to say that we still have any more room to come down to the downside. But yeah, it's just a lot more to go through right now. But yeah, Demo, if you're still there.
I'm here. What's up?
No, just overall, Trisha was talking to, and then.
Well, yeah, not the. I know you guys. I heard you guys talking about that, and then jumping into Bitcoin. But yeah, but like I was saying, trying to go back a little bit, but to go back to that deal with the real estate. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many realtors don't even really understand exactly, and they don't want to explain it, because it does. I mean, if a lot of homeowners knew that, or home buyers knew what they were getting into, and actually understood it,
Yeah.
it's a lot. There's probably a lot of people say, you know what, I really don't. I mean, I'm paying to insure the bank.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like they're not having any benefit from
It's
it.
like, here's the thing. I know that for most people, and I don't want to sound arrogant, but for most people, when they see the $250,000 insured, per account, at, or each account at the bank, it's
FDIC.
like, wait a minute. You need to be able to insure every penny that's in here.
Right.
And there's probably a lot of people who get burned, and you go to take your money to a bank, you believe you're putting your money into that bank, and yet they go out and do some of these silly tradings, and they get into, their banks are supposed to be loaning money and keeping the money in the community. They're not supposed to be out in the global market. Right. At least that's my opinion. And like that whole that rule, they keep $10, for every $100 you bring in or deposit, then they loan out 90. Then the next person who got the $90, keeps it in the bank or puts it in that $90, You know, they keep 9 of it, and then they loan out the next 80. Before you know it, every penny of your deposit is out, and the bank has no liquidity. They're not holding enough capital.
Hmm.
And it's a just.
Oh my god,
I don't know
you
who
like those
just sprung
effects.
that out, but there were some mics given out. Anybody got any input or any thoughts or?
Was that WF doing that or?
Yes, I believe so. I can't say for sure.
I mean, there's usually a couple of them. Just random people. Just random people just come in and start making noise and add to the fun. If you want to say that, but oh, this guy. Mess, I didn't even know Mess was here, but he had commented on the space comment section here. I thought Wolf would pull back at 2:30. Glad I deleted my limit and took profit orders.
Oh yeah, I saw there's some people that were posting about that with Wolf.
Wow. Where will Bitcoin end up? Yeah, I was just reading the caption on Bitcoin.com news an hour ago, and keyword here. Read this again. Grayscale adopts cash model for spot Bitcoin ETF, but warns. There goes that keyword warns, in quotation marks, of adverse consequences. What could those consequences be? The trust is currently able to accept cash orders. So what's okay? So the key point here is Grayscale Investments has adopted the cash creation model instead of the in-kind model for its proposed spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund. However, the crypto asset manager warned of adverse consequences, quote unquote, a spot commodity exchange traded product that only employs cash creations and redemptions and does not permit in-kind creations and redemptions is a novel product that has not been tested and could be impacted by any resulting operational inefficiencies, unquote. The firm's filing with the U.S. Security Exchange Commission details.
You're on
Adverse consequences,
Bitcoin, right?
huh? Yeah, on Bitcoin. Because we were just
What
talking
did it
about the
peak out today?
miners.
40, just under 44,000,
4,000, 43.8, yeah.
43.8, yeah.
And then we had a little sell-off afterwards. Just trying to hold off. But, I don't know. It looks like that 200 MA wants to start curling around. Wait, is that the 200 or is that the? Hold on. Can't tell which is which. I have the smoothing line to 50. Yeah, I can't tell. Well, it looks like something is about to curl down. It might just bring Bitcoin with it. We'll see what happens with that. What other tickers we can view? I know Steve mentioned AMC. He was a former AMCer. 3 green candles on the daily. So there might be a potential for AMC to start testing new day highs.
What are they trading at right now? I haven't even looked.
So it closed out at 616 on the green at 0.82%.
616, so pre-split that was what, 61 cents?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can't believe that stock is at 61 cents when it was, even during the pandemic, it wasn't even that.
Yeah. It was only
all their stores closed and they were like $3.
Yeah, it was
$2.
like $2, $3, even like one and change, dude. And like it's just mind-boggling.
Well, and now
to
you know what?
me,
I'm just
man.
drawing a blank. What was their biggest competitor? If
Cinemark and
Cinemark goes through bankruptcy and then stock goes through the roof, while AMC is tanking.
right. Make it make sense, please.
Yeah, you don't see all the volatility in Cinemark
No, you don't.
at all.
And what's that? There was another one though, right? Cinemark, and there was another one. Cause there was two. I'm gonna look that up. I can't believe I might be just missing.
I just hope we
Regal
get some
Cinemas.
resolution in one of these.
Oh,
One of these
Cineworld.
soon. Oh, Cineworld.
I think it was Cineworld, and then you got Cinemark.
I think actually AMC acquired some of their properties, and yet their other stocks are, I can't check, but I think they're still, let me pull it up right now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, Cinemark is at 13. It closed at 13.99. Oh damn, Zelly lost power. Man, what is going on over there?
$13.99, and let's see, what is their market cap? 1.7 billion. And then let me go back to, let's just check this
Isn't
out.
AMC at 1 billion?
That's what I'm looking. AMC's at 1.5 billion, and Cinemark is at 1.4. I want to say.
What? What's
Cinemark
the flow?
is at 1.7 billion. It's actually according to, I'm looking at this one here on.
Yeah.
It's 200. They're 200 million larger market cap than AMC, and they got a $13.99. Actually, they're 14.05 with after hours right now.
What?
And AMC's at just over $6, 660 something.
What?
Isn't that amazing?
It's
$200 million
unreal.
is the difference of literally 100% of the stock value.
Oh my
They're
god.
661 and 14, so yeah, they're 120%, 110.
Right. Unreal how they can have similar market caps, probably floats even.
I don't know. I gotta divide that out. Let's see here.
Yeah, and that's and
No.
is that
They're huge. Well,
considered-
actually, it's half the float. I mean, look at it. If it's 1.7, let me just get, because it doesn't have it up on the screen. 1.7 billion. I'm just gonna do these in rough numbers. So if anybody's trying to check my math, divided by what do we say? 1406. So that would show 120 million. That doesn't sound right, but 120 million shares of Cinemark. And then if 1.5 billion for AMC, this is gonna be really interesting. Divide that out by, was it 661 is what they closed at?
Yeah. Wait, AMC
That
closed
shows,
at 616.
that doesn't make any sense. It says it's 226, almost 227 billion.
What?
A million, I'm sorry, million. Million, it's got the,
I was
it's
about
giving
to
me
be
a,
like, what?
yeah, sorry, million. 220, just under 227 million.
Wow.
And I still remember the days, a couple years ago when it was supposed to be 500 and, was it 500? So, well, plus you got 8, you get the whole 8.
Yeah, it was at like 528 million or 500.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it would have been over that. It would have been way over that. Yeah.
Oh, that whole thing was just a racket.
I mean, I gotta admit, Lou was kind of right.
No, he was. Hey, I'll say it. I don't have a problem. Oh, that guy, I'll have to admit, he was funny. It was funny to watch at times. I could never take him serious, but
He's like,
he was right about a few things.
he's like, look at the line, Lou. Look at the line. Look at this going right up your ass.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I think WF, you asked for a mic.
Maddie. Wells Fargo downgraded its rating on Cinemark. It says to underweight with a price target of $13, changing its price target from 16 to 13.
I still remember. I think it was when Yahoo gave a price target of like 35, maybe $39 for AMC at one time.
Wow.
I know, and then I seen
Was
they read.
that
I
was
read
that
the
like
one where
5 years
they
ago?
went up on. No, it wasn't. The Finger and GTI. I remember seeing some of their high target numbers.
Oh, wasn't it like GTI had it like 200 and something?
No, I don't know if it was actually that high. I remember seeing one. It was like I want to say 17, or I gotta look it up because there's so many of these things in here. But
Wow. That's
I will
good.
say though that it just still seems like the more we talk about this stuff, it just seems like as soon as these market makers and brokers and are unaware, they get caught off guard.
Mm,
It seems like that's when the rules are kind of in play.
right.
And then as soon as it becomes on their radar, it's like then they start pulling out all the shady tactics. And it just seems like everywhere that retail is.
Mm.
And I mean, I know I don't want to say conspiracy, but man, I tell you, I swear, it sounds like some of these guys are getting to some of these CEOs.
Allegedly, supposedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
We're
And
not
some of these guys come on so strong and they're ready to, right the wrongs and get the true value of their share price,
right.
and then all of a sudden they just kind of peter out.
Mm.
I mean, it affects their
Can you
bottom
talk
line too.
Can you talk on the space about TUP and JISM? JIZM? Is JISM even a ticker symbol? Well, we could definitely talk about TUP.
What's the symbol?
TUP for Tupperware, and then JIZM for JISM.
JISM?
Yeah, JIZM.
Oh, JIZM? I doubt that. Who never knows? Nope, there's nothing there for JISM. Yeah, you just never know.
I never know if they actually like have a ticker for BOOB or TITS.
TITS?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't have anything for that.
Nothing for that. Nothing for that, huh?
I do remember though people would spell boobs on the. I mean, this probably show how old some of us are, but on the pagers back in high school, way back.
Oh,
when
with the
in early
calculator.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spell a few words with.
You can actually
Boobless.
type boobies.
Yeah.
Boobies and boobless, yeah. And I forgot which was that.
And you know what? We all got it. We did just fine without cell phones and internet back then.
Oh my gosh. Those are the days, man.
How old are you, Lion?
34.
Okay, well, let's see, 34. So you're about 12 years. So you probably graduated what class in like 2008, 2007?
Got left back twice, so 2009.
2009. Okay, so you were on the 20-year program.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on the 20-year program, and then they were pretty much telling me, listen, look, I think we just need to transfer you to another high school because like we're about to kick you out. That's the only option you got. So it's either you stay here, you fail, or you just transfer and go to a night school. That's what I ended up doing. I just did night school instead, and it was a complete change. You know, no distractions from my old high school friends and doing goofy stuff. Everything worked out. But yeah, man,
And here we are.
those were the days. How about you, man?
Me, I graduated in 95.
You're like 44,
46.
46. Damn. I'm gonna get there one day.
I hope I still have more time ahead of me than I do behind me.
No, you definitely will, man. We're all gonna have our time, our moment in the sun.
I'll be honest, I just wish I would have known about. I mean, I knew about stocks and stuff, but I always had somebody else doing it, through all my 20s and 30s, and always had financial advisors. I mean, I've been self-employed for quite a while, and
Oh wow.
up until 2009, I mean, I had a pretty large company, I had 3 large companies, and I just wish I would have known more about it back then.
I feel that.
But
I wish I did too, man. Cause like we would have definitely saved ourselves from, the PD back in 2020, and also 2018,
yeah,
and those other events. I'm pretty sure, like, if we knew really well, we would have definitely been properly hedged, and we would have been set.
I always wondered what happened to all those guys who were. I remember hearing the names. I never followed anybody because, actually, believe it or not, one of the largest groups, I won't say largest group, one of the larger groups of people that I actually associate with stocks they're older. They're all like, some of my friends here are like in their 60s and 70s, 50s, and some in their 40s. But we got a pretty good group here of guys, and they don't do social media. They don't do any of these apps, and they don't do Twitter. And my first time being on Twitter was, I think, November of last year.
Yeah.
So,
You know what's funny?
First time I got on, and honestly, the only reason why I got on was I met some other people from other groups that were investment groups out of Dallas and Kansas and Florida.
Wow.
And they all said, and it was only because I was traveling. We were hitting different racetracks.
Yeah.
And we were, racing motorcycles and close course for, street bikes. And it's a hobby. And I ran into some people, and they were just like, "Hey, you got to get on Twitter. We're doing a space call." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't do any of that shit." And then they put it on speaker inside the trailer where we were, in our toy haulers.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it, and one of the people that I heard that made me laugh. I was like, "Who is this guy?" He was funny, but he was kind of annoying, but funny. Was Lou.
Oh, shoot.
So I was like, "Who is this guy?" And they were like, "You just got to get on. You can check it out." So I did, and that's actually how I got into social media. I didn't start social media until I was like 45, 46 years old.
Yeah.
Never stayed away from it. Just never really liked it. Never cared for it too much.
That's crazy. You know,
But yeah,
I feel like it was the same thing too with me, because I started doing I started really getting into Twitter last year too as well, and when Lou was still talking AMC and then talking GTII, and that's how I got into Twitter and started meeting everybody from spaces and whatnot, and as well as like William's channel streaming.
I remember William. Somebody showed me a YouTube video of William, like with like a cardboard sign talking about GTII. I was like, this was August of last year. I'm like, man, we've been in this stock for like 2 years. Who is this guy?
Right. Yeah, dude. Like he just started popping up out of nowhere, and I'm like, cause I when I found out about GTII, it was through Lou, and Lou had promoted Avid Traders video on the Kramers and the shorts and the history behind GTII and what was happening, and that's how I found him. And then later on, just looking just searching about GTII, then I see William, and then he kept popping up, and I'm like, damn, who's this guy? Like, he seems to like being in the dark here next to his fireplace. And I'm like, you know what? Let me check him out, see what's going on with him. So
you want to hear a funny story about that? Well, not about that, but how I got into GTI, how I found out about it.
Yeah.
you're not gonna believe this shit, but it's true. The guys that I was in investment group, they're like, hey, they started talking about all these. I don't drink and I don't smoke,
Uh,
and they were like, you got to. She goes, the marijuana stocks. They're gonna take off. You got to get into the marijuana stocks. I said, check out GTII. I'm like, are you serious?
oh.
I went and looked up GTII. I'm like, it's pretty cheap. It was like pennies. I mean, super like down in the pennies. 10 cents, 8 cents, penny.
Oh
I was
no.
like, sure, let me do a little research on this one first. And I honestly applaud. I'm like, I don't think we're talking about the right stock here.
Right,
They're
right.
like, no, it is. They were talking about the other
They were talking
GTII.
about the GTII from Canada. It
Correct.
was called Green Thumb.
Green thumb, yep. And I said no. So I did some research, and I was kind of looking around, and so there was another group that I was like, hey, have you guys heard about this? And they're like, yeah, we have. And they turned me on to another group.
Mm.
So I started talking to them more about it, and they were telling me what they were working on about all these other stuff they were trying to bring to market, and got more history on them. And then the whole Trento thing kicked up, and so I've been in it for quite a while. But honestly, that's how I found out, was because somebody said go check out GTII
Oh.
for the weed stock, and I'm like, I'm not into that stuff. They're like, it's gonna blow up. You can 10, 20x and then get out. I'm like, are you serious? They're like, these marijuana stocks are gonna go through the roof, and they're going to be legalized and all this other stuff. And I was like, I really don't want to get into this. So I said, well, I'll look at it. And that's how I found out about GTI in like February, March of 2021.
Mm. So you think they were thinking that it was gonna happen, knowing the fact that they were in the wrong GTII?
No, I don't. I think they were in the wrong. I know they were in the right one. They were actually looking at the cannabis, weed, whatever you want to call it. They were actually looking at that. I was like, no, guys, I found this one. And like I said, none of us do social media, so this is stuff like some of us play poker, we hang out, we go golfing, stuff like that, we go to the lake, and so we get to BSing. And
No.
I'm like, you know that stock you're telling me about? That's not a cannabis stock.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a show. And they're like, no, it's a cannabis. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And then I, pulled it up, and they're like, yeah, that's not the right one. I don't even know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I did some research on it, and this is what I'm finding out. Well,
Lo and behold, then
here we
then
are
they,
3 years
they
later.
yeah, then they decide, oh well, I guess this is the right GTII to be in. Then
And they're still holding. I mean, and that's the irony, because I remember back when was it the F4? These
F4.
F4 filings went out.
Mm.
It was, I
About the
remember, I think,
warrants?
the what?
Nothing. It's not about the warrants, is it?
No, it was, they did the F4 filing for their share count, I believe, or
Mm.
adding of shares. And I remember the flow being like 34 million shares. And,
Wow.
and then they did another I think it was an F4. I have to double check. Maybe it was a 14, maybe 14C.
Okay.
I don't want to get F4. Maybe it was
I don't know
14C.
about those filings at
Yeah, I
all.
think it was a 14C filing. I'm sorry, I got just way too many things with it, but I think it was a 14C. But anyhow, they filed again, and I remember the float going up to 57 million.
Mm.
And then the next one, which was 23. So it was 21, 22, yeah, 23. Then we went up to like 98 million, and then we had like the warrants, and then we had the dividends. So I think we're like at 108 million in the float, but I believe there's 750 million total that are available, and I think 360 million of them is the float plus insider and restricted. So there's like 390 million shares that they have sitting aside for, obviously acquisition, and all that came about after the $350 million bond um,
Damn.
that was put together for that Trento deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I've been following it for a while, and I'm just I'm in good spirit. I'm hoping something is finally, because it's still on their website. Everything else is
Yeah.
down with not
Actually,
100%.
if you're I don't know if you're still on the stream, but like I have the website, I have the page up right now as we speak.
No, I'm actually going through it myself, looking at it.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
Yeah, they still have it as a.
Trento Resources and Energy Corp, and
Yep.
they give the overview and what was supposed to happen with with the
What
operations
was the
to
other one?
commence in
Green, whatever it was?
2022, and then with the full-scale production expected by the end of 2023. And that's where I was like, oh, well, we're right there. The other, what other project?
Well, We Super Green was involved with that too. The company, I think it was Costa Mesa, California, was supposed to be supplying them their clean power.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I mean, there's so many things here listed on the press releases here. The only last thing that was posted here on the 18 was about retaining the services of Mr. Luke Rabari as a management consultant.
Yep. I'd love to get him on a space or just have a talk with him and just see what he could and
that'd be great.
talk about. I mean, I'd really like to, because at first glimpse, I'm sorry, just when I saw that press release, I kind of went checked it out. I'm like, man, this kind of sounds like the kind of people he comes from. That, and I'm not bashing the guy at all. In any, I'm just saying, it was just first glance. I was like, what if this guy's from the same kind of group of people that we're fighting?
Huh.
And then, not everybody there is can't paint with that broad of a brush stroke, but.
Right.
But no, I would love to pick his brain and just talk to him and just see what what his mindset is, what his demeanor, what he can and can't talk about, and
of course,
I would really like to hear. Not in a PR. I'm actually physically talking. Hear the gentleman talk.
Oh yeah, of course.
And just see how you can just kind of tell maybe by his enthusiasm.
Word of mouth.
Maybe. Yeah.
This is better than that. Saggy Salamander. What are these names just coming up on my stream chat? Moistly Towelette, Saggy Salamander. Would the Trento mine deal be signed if Harry Balzac got involved?
Oh, dude, you just got some guys that are just trolling.
But I like them because they're my regulars on the stream.
Oh, these are your regulars.
These are my regulars, man.
You need to. You are who you associate with.
And I guess that's the energy that I attract. But no, they're great, man. They keep the chat going. But we're pretty much. I mean, they're pretty much like listening in too at the same time. So eventually, I mean, usually I just do my little music and just go through different tickers, different charts. Like I'm looking at GTII right now on the 15-minute and kind of resembling a double bottom pattern right now. So it's we're
double bottom bouncing at what, 40 cents?
Yeah, we bounced off at 40. Yeah, exactly 40 cents, and we're still coming off from 39.01, which was the previous low back on the 19th of December.
That's when it just dipped below the bottom of that wedge, that falling wedge.
Yeah, exactly. And then now you see the 7 SMA crossing right into the 21. About to meet up with the 50. So that's supposed to be a reversal. That's confirming there. So that's my take on that. I feel like we're
as much as I can't do charts and it's hard for me to actually talk to them or talk about them. Just these charts, there's just, I don't know, like you said, when you can't chart the
fraud
until somebody can show 100% that we are not being manipulated or messed with.
Right.
And it's just hard to believe because these charts the charts tell us one thing is going to happen and it doesn't seem to quite happen.
Right. It's like I don't know. Maybe it's just theory of mine. Charts tell a story, and eventually, when the timing is right, and the indicators are pointing exactly in the right direction as the news is releasing at the same time. I feel like it's all correlated in some way. Maybe, just maybe, but but if it's been holding up for this long and in this range, then it could tell us that is about to happen, and you're waiting for something to happen, and then
Well, but the irony in all of this is, I understand what the charts are saying, but I mean, and there's some of these groups that I'm in on social media that I've been with for a while. We all kind of, we talk, we kind of bounce things off each other and, get ideas of what's going on. And I mean, some people are selling, which is true. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, but there are people that are holding. And I know that this float has got it. It's definitely covered. I mean, just a few names that I know out there, they are whole, and the groups, they've got the float covered. And it drives me nuts when I think about it, that there's got to be an easier way just to play by the rules fair and square for everybody.
right.
It's kind of tinkering around with the numbers with Trento, that if something does, I guess depending on what the value is of Trento, what the value would put the stock at without FOMO or anything. And I've seen numbers anywhere from $3 to like $20, depending on what valuation and, what percentage, they acquire with GTI. Because it sounds like the Chilean government is going to have a hand in whatever's going on with their mining,
Right.
especially with lithium mining. At least that's what the last couple of articles.
Lithium.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's lithium right now is trading, I believe, what they say, $20,000 a ton.
What?
Yeah, $20,000 or $25,000 a ton, I think, is what lithium is trading at.
Wow.
That's the reason why the Rio Tinto and Trento mines are a big deal in Chile.
Oh wow. Any word on like what's happening with the government over there, or if things are stable?
I can't remember the president's name, but there was an article put out, I gotta pull it up, but he basically stated that they want the people of Chile and the people that are going to be affected by this mining to have say in what's going on and how it's being mined and how the reclamation is being handled and where the money goes that comes back to the country, and that the government wants to have a hand and a stake in the mining operations, to basically nationalize them, or nationalize part of them, I guess.
Wow.
So that, I think there's two other companies right now that have a strong hold. I've got to pull this up, but so that the privatization of these mines, all the money doesn't just leave, that it stays and it gets back to the people, which rightfully so. But I think a big announcement about that or something moving forward. I mean, I know Finger's got a couple things in the works.
All right.
They're fundamentally strong.
Take a look at.
I think they got another.
Because it did close on the green today.
Yeah, I think they're like, what, 419 or something?
Yeah, 419, up 5.28%. And even charting this is like quite interesting, because it had been also like trading in a range for some time since end of November, just bouncing between like 440 and 397, 395, back up again to 440. This has been swinging up and down that range, and now we're just coming back up from what was it, the lowest? The lowest 355. Yeah, 355 was the low on the 18th of December, and ever since we have been trending up a bit, little by little.
Yeah, I know a few people posted about their, that they were getting out. I mean, I never understood that either, that if you're upset and you want out, people got to get over there and put it on the big board that I'm out and got to bash it. And then all of a sudden it
hit their
number,
Fox,
and the next thing you know, it turned around and went up 30 cents after it, fell below their number, that their stop loss number.
I was gonna say
upset,
that one.
Just go.
Huh?
I said, if you're upset and you want out, you just pick up your toys and sell your stocks. You know what I mean? And get up and go. You don't have to Not ruin it for everybody else that wants to stay and play in the sandbox.
Hmm. No, and I think we were talking about the same person though. That was they're posting and publicly.
Well, there's been a few in both of them. Actually, a couple of those stocks. I mean, I get it. People are upset. You know, there's
Yeah, frustrations and all that stuff. Like, unless he, the person intended to play some mind games with the shorts if they were looking, thinking, hey, we got somebody. We made this person vulnerable. He's gonna sell his shares.
yeah, but one person, not one person, or two people, or even five people. There,
Yeah.
I don't think they could sell enough shares to.
But even so, like that still creates a bit of like a lot of negative
Energy.
energy and influence, so that people will be like, "Whoa, damn, man, this guy has been following GTI for so long. I know he has like tons of shares. Why would he let this go now? Maybe he knows something, and then they'll start, thinking twice and then follow what he's doing. All of a sudden,
Well, you never know.
you know,
It just always sucks that I know when some people get out and then they leave upset, and then they get upset when they're holding on to their ticker and somebody else doesn't. They're like, hey, it's just get upset, just go sell your stuff and go.
for real. But definitely, I mean, like, you can't just do that to yourself, like you know what you got yourself into. You know what your conviction is all about. You know why you're in this. Why give up all of a sudden? And then, like, I was just saying, like, randomly, like, you're gonna do that, dude. Then just don't get in. Don't get any more. I think I know it's you, man.
Who is it?
That's you, bro.
It's not me.
Are you sure about that, dude?
I promise.
There's nobody else. Well, oh, you know what? I think I know.
My phone is sitting on the armrest, and I have my hands behind my head, and I'm laying back.
Dude, it's well, whoever's on mic. Not Steve, of course, not him. He's not about that life. But
The only other person that has a mic is OO.
yeah, pretty much. So, let me see. Where's that? See ya.
You guys are still, what, 2 hours ahead? So you guys are coming up on, what, 11 o'clock?
Yeah, it's going up on 11 o'clock. I might actually, like, get off the space. Probably do a little bit of the streaming before I go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta get up at 4, so.
Yeah, so.
And you got anything else you want to add, or? Come on, Trish, I've heard you in some groups. I know you got a lot to say. Got anything else?
What, the cow? We're waiting for a cow noise?
No. Steve? Matt, you still there?
Steve, Matt, Trisha.
Alex? Shay?
No, I'm just gonna thank you for hosting. Great.
Oh, God.
You what again? I'm sorry?
Just gonna thank you for hosting this tonight. This was very, very great. And I'm like dozing off. I'm exhausted. I get up at 4 in the morning too.
Oh no, let's just call it a night.
I got a wild text from Matt and Lion saying, hey, or actually was Lion that he couldn't do it on his phone or couldn't get it to open up. So I was like, all right, I'll start it right now and tag you in. We had a few other people said they were gonna get in, but I've been getting texts from people saying I want to get in, but I'm busy. Sorry, and I've probably got at least a dozen of them. So it's still the holidays. People have their families and they're out of town. Or
I even mentioned I was like, because like I know you've been wanting me to set up a space again, and I feel like maybe perhaps this is better to do it after the holidays are over.
Yeah, after this.
Because that last space was lit.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Trisha knows. That shit was lit.
Yeah, I think once the holidays are over, I'm sure everybody has something, some news breaks or some PR.
Yeah.
And then the earnings reports with some of like Finger and all them, and I think there'll be a lot of people wanting to get out and talk and find out what's going on and get up to date. And
That's right. But with that being said, we all hitting the hay. Well, I mean, I'll still be up to stream on YouTube. And by the way, y'all would like to hit that subscribe, hit that like button, show some love on my stream. The link is on the space. So Trisha, Steve, anybody in here? hit that subscribe button. But yeah, man.
that must be one of your regulars.
Maybe it's Saggy Salamander. I think it is. I don't know.
Well, you ready to wrap this one up? And we'll try to get something together. Maybe we can get some get ahead.
Well, we'll set up something for after the New Year's.
Yeah, maybe
sure.
Next weekend, maybe next Saturday.
Yeah, in advance, and then start getting
Yeah, 'cause
some
Saturdays
preparations
seem
and
to be
stuff.
good.
Yeah, Saturdays are they're actually ideal. Everybody's just working right now, so.
All right. Well, I'm ready to close up unless anybody else has got anything they want to add, say, or comment.
Or probably take a crap, in the toilet.
Yeah.
And yeah, I appreciate that. Anyways, yeah, thank you for hosting demo, helping me out with that, and Trisha, Steve, Maddie, anybody else who joined, appreciate you coming on here, as always, showing some love, and just chilling with us. So we'll do it again later after the New Year's.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. See you in 2024.
Good night, y'all. Have a great New Year. Now take it easy. Be safe. Yo, mama. Christ. That was fun. That was fun, guys. Maddie, warm up your apple pie. I can't waste apple pie like that. Please. What are y'all talking about? What is going on in this chat? Y'all alright? You're hungry, huh? I must be hungry right now. Goodness gracious. What are y'all? Like, for real. Stop making me hungry. Stop making me hungry. But he had a pot roast. He had a pot roast earlier. And it seems like it's not enough for him. Like, he's got to have a tub of Ben and Jerry's, and I don't know what else. But this group is definitely special, and I love y'all. I love y'all for real. Anyways, if you haven't, like, if you enjoyed that space, hit that like button and show some love to Lion. Hit that subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before this year is over. Yeah, I doubt it. Other than that, I'm back Um, what is going on with y'all? What are you guys are up to besides being hungry and talking about all this food and just swinging cucumbers and eggplants around? This is our sexy track, baby. I gotta make more like this, honestly. So eventually I'm gonna get back into the Fruity Loop studio and see like what else I can come up with and just make a track, add it to my page on YouTube. If you don't know, this is the channel right here. YouTube.com at Concrete Jungle City. Right there, and you can check out my tracks, check out the music there. I got about 8 tracks here. One that I just was messing around and singing some lyrics, trying to be sexy and whatnot. And yeah, it's right there. Subscribe. I'll be putting out more content in the future. You know, just right now, just focusing on the stocks right now. And we gotta see what's going on with oil at the moment because oil has been on the downside for a bit, and honestly, wow. I mean, we've pretty much like been bouncing off the supply and the demand here. So we're at 74 right now. We bounced off the area here of the demand. We were at 76 yesterday, but eventually there was something that happened earlier. But an hour ago, we are edging higher on crude as Middle East tensions rise. Here what do we have? So recouping some losses from the previous session as geopolitical uncertainties in the Middle East continued to lift the risk premium in the oil market. Analysts pointed to the prospect of a prolonged Israeli military campaign in Gaza and Iran's increasing involvement in the conflict. And that's not going to get any better, honestly, in my opinion. Yemen, you got a couple of countries in there involved. So we'll see what happens there. We'll probably test the double bottom here. This is the 5-minute chart. We get a bounce here, and then we can retest and go back to 75. When it comes to the oil stocks from before that I mentioned, hold on. Lion, what are your top 3 celebrities you would like to have at your Thanksgiving table? I would like to have. Damn, Thanksgiving was just like a month ago. But if that was the case for next year, I would like to have Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci. Those are the top 3 celebrities. And then we can all like make a prologue or like a dialogue and do something like, you know, like Italian mob style. And be like, hey, you want this piece of turkey? Because if you're not gonna have it, I'm gonna have it. Or let me tell you something, you know, like I'm a little drunk from this wine, okay? Like I can't really keep up with my wine and I'm crazy.
Hey, you can't hold nothing for Jack. Yeah.
But I scared It's a trick question. I'm scared. What are you scared about? You thought I was gonna say some other celebrities in there? I almost choked on my food when someone flushed that toilet onto space. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, that was that caught me off guard, and I was like, wait. And I know, like, there's usually like these bots that be coming in spaces requesting a mic right away, and when you give it to them, like, they just start doing soundboards. Like, I'm like, what? Are you talking about me? Are you talking about me? Are you talking to me? I sure as hell hope that you're not talking to me. Cause I'm gonna show you something right now. Let's see. So I kinda have a feeling. If this keeps up, we could have the next leg up. Just look how this looks. This is the hourly on IMPP. So oil, if it bounces up, retest 75. Who knows if this time, because you can definitely tell 7 SMA bouncing up this the 50, also the 21. So could we retest $3 and perhaps break that before this week is over, before New Year's? Because that would be something else. I kid you not, even the MACD2 is looking like it's ready to flip over to the green side, to the green pastures. And RSI is curling up. Overall, IMPP, the PIMP, has been holding this trend for a long time. So, like, this setup in general, it's like what can you expect from a trend like this? This is actually really good. We haven't really even the 50, and you would expect this to start turning around. No, it's actually, if you take a little closer look, it's bending back up. See a little slope here, and then it bends right back up. That means it wants to hold this level here. So by all means, I think this is really bullish. In my opinion, we could break 3 before this week is over. Have you noticed that Moistly and Saggy aren't on at the same time? I mean, I've done it before where I can just like control 2 accounts and go in at the same time. Heck, I might as well give myself a view. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna switch, and I'm gonna show myself some love. Why didn't I think of that? Oh my god, look, we got 4 likes. That's awesome. no, for sure. Thank you. Oh my God, concrete is here. What's going on? Yo, show some love to concrete. Concrete in the house. Yeah, I don't know. I think Maddie probably went back and I think he just he made himself hungry, so he's gonna go get fat again and gain another 20 pounds. Eat some pot roast and probably eat a big eggplant parmesan, and who knows? Make love to his ice cream. But yeah, what do you so Zelly, what do you think IMPP? Once again, the retest of 3. They close at 279. Ask is at 281. So this could be potentially another opportunity for an entry. Perhaps get back on some $3 calls. Crude at the moment, let's see. It's holding up at 74. 74.03. Yeah, the slow stochastic is also trending up there too as well. So I feel like we'll get another kick up. Stay above this demand zone, and we'll try to retest 74.40 here, and hopefully we can retest 75 by the end of this week. Let's see. And if that's the case, then we would definitely have to watch this closely, because the trend here on the hourly, it's beautiful. This is what you call a strong trend. You see it like just slowly like spreading away from the 200. The other two, the 7 to 21 is just bouncing off the 50, and right there you could just see the 7 again about to bounce. It's like a pattern. This is really healthy in my opinion. So I feel damn, if I would have known Zelly, like I probably would have. No, I can't say that. Because like just my conviction right now on SPY. But if it tries to retest all-time highs, I don't know. I could average in. Then I don't want to get out. I don't know. I at least gave myself some time for the SPY. But this is just calling my name right now. Like it's possible. It's possible we get that break over 3 soon. Moisa says Matt E was shook by the cow mooing on the space and couldn't come back from it. He just had PTSD from the cow. His nightmares just came back. he had a rough memory when he was at the barn. The cow came up behind him, and he was like, "Moo." And Maddie was like, "Oh, oh." And the cow was just like letting him have it, and tore his pants up and started licking his culo, because that's how Maddie likes it. This is being random right now. Let's see. Oh yeah. Let me go back to GME. I wanted to show you this Zali. Mon chéri. Maddie's probably not even there. Like he's hiding right now. But yeah, I wanted to show you this. Remember the highlighted circles that I mentioned earlier? Tell me this isn't like what were the odds? For real, I didn't even move this, and you can go to the previous streams, and it just so happens that it actually ended up coming right into the circle and making those highs. That is interesting. Mind you, knowing the fact that I did this, perhaps I could have got into some $18 calls too as well. Hold the missed opportunities, baby. Why? Hold me. Hug me. I need some loving. Maddie got touched in the no touch zone by Lou. It's like I don't want to be surprised, and again at the same time I want to be shocked, because it's like it's something that I just don't think. I just do it, and then when I just like put it to the side and not even think about it for a second, and I go check it back, and I'm like, wait, it actually did happen, and it's literally in that circle. It's in that zone, and it's about to test 1850. And it's looking that way for tomorrow. But just know that this resistance is a little bit heavy, because you got many times where it's touched that. You can see in this circle, and let me see, have we touched this before? No, I think that was the only time. But overall, even for GME, the trend low-key is a bit strong than usual, and we've crossed over the 200, and it's been steady above the 200 for all this time, ever since the end of November. And now that we see this, the 50, the 21, the 7 all in order, like trending up, I would not be surprised if we see past 1850. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, oh, fuck, if I would have known, I would have just held them to those calls. But not financial advice. You know, we're playing the in and out game. We're playing it safe, and we're taking as much as we can from the market, and not letting the market take as much as they can from our pockets. Because that's the game we playing. We ain't playing games with them, because we gotta show them that we're smarter than we're way smarter than them. That's just my opinion. But overall, that's my take on GME, the break over 1850 of the resistance. If that's the case, here we come with the scenarios. Big facts, 1000%, baby. If that's the case, what is the next level that we are going to see? Now, I should probably move this because this is invalid now. We don't need this. But I'm starting to see that this is the next zone. Let me see, because this is actually, let me see. Here? Could this be the next gap? Let me see. And any idea what the max pain for GME is for this Friday? Let me know. Okay. I played the in and out game and I got stock with a baby. So you got yourself an OTC stock. You got a micro cap stock, baby. When you take a big cap and a small stock and they play the in and out game, they make a micro cap baby. And then it eventually grows up to become a small baby, a small stock, and then it grows into a big stock. All right, so with that being said, let's go to the bubble, shall we? Let's make some circles. I bet you nobody. I mean, I've never seen a trader or anyone on YouTube use this type of method that I'm doing. That I'm just like here making circles and putting it in an area where it's most likely to end up going if bullish. Hold on. If bullish. And then if, hold on, because I gotta make sure I'm creating this exactly where it's supposed to be. Let's see, it's Thursday, Friday, and then just just randomly just making these circles, like, okay. Stop it. Okay, and then hold on, I gotta pan this out, cause this zone here is still somewhat valid, so I'm gonna leave this up here too. Nah, you're cute. You're super cute. Stop it. Alright, that makes sense. Do this. Okay. Now. So, this is, again, strictly my opinion. Playing hypothetical TA here with some circle bubbles, bubble circle. I don't know what you want to call it. You want to call it some bubbles? We can call them bubbles. So the idea is that once that we, hold on, should I make this a lot? I think we should make this a lot bigger. Maybe around here. Yeah, maybe. I think that makes sense. So we'll leave this here. Future reference, just in case. So we either here are the scenarios. If weak, and that also involves the market, so don't forget about that. If weak, and this rejects 1841, 1845 to 1850, we reject, and then we end up, and then we end up retesting 1775. So between 1740, 1775, around that area. I mean, this can't be like as accurate, but this should give you an idea of where it can go. So if that's the case, we drop back down, stay within this range. If not, bullish case scenario, with all this, like, maybe coming back to the upside, we break over 1850, and then we end up trying to test 19 afterwards. And then this zone would be the next area of resistance. And if we can make it to there, then that's your quick in and out before maybe we get another rejection and then head back down to the previous support. Let's look at the other time frames just in case. I'm gonna go look at the 15-minute. What do you think so far? Like, what is your opinion on this? Do you have any other ideas of where you think this could go? Should move this like that. Hold on. Okay, well, now that I go to the okay, this is a little different now. This is a little different. Ow, why is my wrist hurting right now? Ay. All right, what we have? Okay. Oh, okay. So I don't. The thing is, like, I really don't pay attention much to the max pain, as things could change within the options chain, the volume, and all that. But if max pain is 16 this Friday, I mean, how accurate has max pain has the max pain price been for those stocks, or in general? Because, you know, honestly, I've started hearing max pain this, max pain that, like, I think this year. And I'm like, what the hell is max pain? What is this term? I should know, but I just never really paid attention to that. But what's interesting here is, because I saw when I zoomed out that I thought the 7 was actually gonna cross below the 21 and initiate some downside temporarily and try to retest 18, or maybe continue down below to 1740, around that area. But as I actually look a lot closer, and you can spot this right now, but the 7 is actually trying to bounce back above the 21. So this keeps up going into pre-market, then we hit over 1838. If not, because I see this candle is actually, it has a bigger wick on the top and the body's a bit like lower. chances are, what if the 7 crosses below the 21, and then you see the continuation, next candle, going to the downside, and then retest the support. So that's what I'm getting right there so far. Let's not forget the MACD now. Here's the thing. This the yellow line on the MACD is trying to also stay flat and perhaps like try to curl back up. The bar here is dark red, so that's supposed to be momentum trying to curl back to the upside. So if you get another dark bar, red bar, then that's another confirmation. Apparently the dominator is telling me that the buyers are actually losing pressure, but the sellers are like the sellers are neutral. They're like on a stand or whatever you want to call it, standstill. But obviously, if the red line, starts to curl up too, then we have sellers to try to regain that selling pressure and take control. But you just gotta see what's the 5-minute scene. 5-minute. I'll check this out. The 5-minute. And maybe you can check your ADX, Zelly, to give some further confirmation there. But MACD flipping on the 5-minute. The green and the red lines, the buyers and the sellers are fighting at this point to regain control. See who takes control of it. It's tricky, huh? Even the RSI is like flat right now, so where is it gonna go? Inverse, up, down. What is the 5-minute saying here on the SMAs? Okay, now, hold on. Something like that. Okay, so above the 50, the 7 looks to want to cross right over the 21. But it's fighting also. Oh, right, the power outage. What's wrong with I can't speak properly today. What the hell? I forgot about the power outage. Dang, I wish they could just fix that problem over there. It's ridiculous. How do you know Bitcoin? trend, going up. Nice. Okay. Are you telling that to me that it's getting late? You really gonna send me to bed, babe? For real? For real? Darn. Let's look at the favorite 1 minute. Oh my god, what's going on the 1 minute chart? Yeah, this is actually, yeah, this is good. 1 minute is good, 5 minutes is good. 15, wait, 30? Oh, 30 is actually good too. Okay. What you got the ADX on the 30 minute? Is it green as well? Because this is actually consolidating here. Look at that. You got a hammer candle, a bullish hammer candle here on the 30 minute, just right above the 7 day SMA. And you got a golden cross here too as well. The 50 right over the 200. It just crossed. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure you like that 1 minute in and out, just like that. For the quick gains, you know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta do it. We're gonna have a field day for GME tomorrow. So that's pretty much the setup right now. So that's what needs to happen. Overall, look, even the daily candle for GME. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? It's right in the circle. Just like that. It's all up in there. So good. It just fits right in there. Wow. Look how good that looks. Oh yeah. Not bad. Maybe, and I gotta adjust it actually. Maybe adjust it like this. Alright. So there, that way, you can see, look, even the candle, it's so engulfing, it's so big, like, right above the 7 day SMA. What is this looking like to you? Wait, hold on. This looks like, is this like a cup and, no, I don't want to say it's like a cup and handle. Maybe? Cup, handle, and the handle's about to break off. Wow. Let's check the MACD. Yo, even the MACD is bouncing off here. The yellow is bouncing. They got a bright green bar that printed. What is this though? Okay, we want to see the red actually go down and the green to stay steady, so you know that the volume is high for buyers and it's in control. RSI, on the other hand, is quite near the overbought territory. It's at 64 and you need to be at 70 to be considered overbought. So, give or take, it's doable. Overall, strong trend. As you said, on the ADX is green, just like that. And yeah, all we need to do is test over that zone, over 1850, and look at where the 200 is at. It's at 1910. So right around that range, that has to be the next resistance. We need to pop right over that. Then, just then. Okay, really? Check it. Maybe here. Hold on. 2090, 2090, 21. Let's say if Jimmy goes crazy, forget about the max pain being 16. Might as well just put that at 20. Weekly chart. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That is so cool right there. The 7-day SMA about to cross the 21 in about another week. Look at that, we got that MACD cross there from 2 weeks ago. Sellers are slowly losing pressure. Buyers are gaining slowly. I like that. Just a reminder, actually. Again, we have earnings at the end of, close to the end of March 2024. I wonder where GameStop will be before that. I'll view AMC and then I'm gonna end the stream. Cause like I've been on here for how long? Oh, 2 hours and 33 minutes? Wow. I thought it would be a lot longer than that. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. This pattern is starting to look like an evening star. Next week could be green. Let's see. Yeah. MACD crossing. It's yellow line slowly drifting apart from the red line, which is supposed to be a good thing. Red line here, the sellers, top, all we need is this to go down. RSI is still oversold on the weekly. Wow. We got the RSI curling up on the daily. That's a good sign. But the sellers are still in some way in control. Buyers are trying to keep up. MACD. We got to curl up here, so that can change things just like that. Hey, we even have a green bar here printed on the MACD, so that's a good sign. Since we closed at 616, what does this mean for stock? Let's see. So all we need is 630 and break above that to see the next move to 650. clicking right now. I'm literally like struggling right now with this. Alright, that makes sense. I wish this software was more responsive to my mouse. So let me go to. What we got here? So is the power good? Like, is everything okay now over there? Okay, MACD is looking steady, looking good. Dominator. Alright, so we got the red line, then we got the sellers losing control. Buyers are right above. But we're still neutral, still fighting it out. We need that curl up. RSI is curling up little by little. That's a good sign. But I'm just not too sure about this. Okay, let me see. So the 7 is actually crossing right above the 21. It just crossed. We need this to. So we need something like this to happen, where we have. This. And then, let's see. Retest 616, we retest 620. That next resistance will be around 627 to 630. So let me just remove this actually. We're gonna make some adjustments here. Come on. Damn mouse. Okay. We're gonna make some adjustments. 1 second. Okay. Then right here. And then bearish if right there. Okay. Maybe for a double bottom and back up. And then from this spot right here. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, let me I'm gonna cut this stream. But this is pretty much the idea right now for AMC. We could either come back down, retest the 6 one more time, then ramp up the volume, and then try to retest those resistances at 625, 630, and then after that bounce right back to 650 because it's getting a little late and I need to go to sleep for work. Interesting stream tonight. Had a little space call in the mix of the stream, so I mean, you know, some to add into, you know. But if this is better, just to keep it the way it is, you let me know. Just I figured probably like hear some space calls and, you know, hear some information about certain tickers like GTII. But yeah. Any ideas, you know, you let me know. But other than that, again, I thank you so much for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. As always, I appreciate it. Much love. We're gonna see what happens within these next 2 days. We are coming close. So yeah, we're coming close to the end of the new year. We're gonna see where this actually lands. Let's see if we can see these confirmations take place, and what will the SPY do tomorrow? Will we indeed see all-time highs before this week is over? I pray to God no. I really pray not. I really hope that what we talked about earlier just comes to fruition. Just pull the plug, just run, pull, please. Baby, please. But anyways, thank you. Zelly, Maddie, Demo, Moistly, Slimy, what was it? Sammy? What was it? Saggy, MFN, and everyone else who joined the stream. Much love y'all, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Zelly, my ma queen, my BBG. Big hearts. Big hearts to you. And here, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. And let's get to printing next market day. Mucho corazones, mucho corazones. Amor. Buenas noches, buenos días, buenas tardes.